going into the game against Villarreal versus Liverpool, one would be forgiven for thinking that this was just a regular game for Liverpool. All they have to do is show up, don't screw up, and they're going to win the game. Okay, and on the way to the Champions League final in Paris. That's all they had to do. For all intents and purposes, Liverpool showed in the first game at Anfield that they were the better team and that they actually could have made the score a lot worse at Anfield. The score was 2-0. Come into Villarreal, maybe get an early goal, maybe just get a goal, and that's all you'd have to do. Well, from a neutral's point of view, looking at it, the one thing you wanted to have happen to make this an exciting game, you got. And that was Villarreal scoring a goal early on in the game. And Dia, on a great pass by Capu, puts the ball into the net. Well played, well positioned. And Liverpool is on their back feet. Now, Liverpool played this game in the first half like this was a testimonial, and they were there to make up the numbers. They did not look good. In fact, there was a part of the time where the Villarreal had possession 56% to Liverpool's 44%. Villarreal dominated Liverpool and made them look like basically made them look terrible. The only way you can explain it, okay? They did not look good at all, Liverpool did. In fact, if they played like that against Tottenham, then Tottenham would blow them out of the water. Kane and Son would have a field day, and Conte would absolutely love it. But unfortunately, this is a game of two halves. Now, Villarreal would get a second goal. Capu also made a great pass to Francis Coquelin, and somebody needs to ask what Trent Alexander-Arnold had on his shoes, because he was just stuck to the floor, and Coquelin just goes right around him, heads the ball past Allison, and it's up 2-0. And all of a sudden you're thinking we might have a game in the second half, and that's what I mean. This is a game of two halves. Second half, what happened? Liverpool remembered who they were. There's a reason Liverpool is one of the two top teams in the world right now. The other team is Manchester City, the team they're chasing in the Premier League, and the team I believe they're going to face in the Champions League final. But they would have to play a better second half than they played in the first half, and they were going to have to get some goals. And goals they got. They got them from Fabinho in the 62nd minute. Luis Diaz, who made a world of difference when he came in, replacing Jota in the 67th minute. And then, for whatever reason, Rulli goes on a walkabout. And then if you go on a walkabout like that, if you go out after the ball like that, you better get it. If you don't get it, then what happens? Sadio Mane gets the ball, puts it in the net, 3-2, 5-2 on aggregate. Liverpool's going to Paris as expected. Terrible first half. Much better second half. I don't think that Jurgen Klopp read them the riot act. Maybe he did, but my guess is Jurgen Klopp probably said, hey, guys, I set you up like this. I set the tactics. Let me change this. And the big move was bringing in Luis Diaz, change the game, and victory and on to the Champions League final. They'll probably play Manchester City. Now, the third team in that, I said top two teams. The third best team is probably the team that Manchester City is playing tomorrow, and that's going to be, this was the preamble. Tomorrow is the main event, and that's Manchester City at Real Madrid. If that game lives up to the hype it doesn't have to live up to the hype. The game that they played last week lived up to the hype. If it still continues like that, then we're really in for a treat. Now, by the end of the game, like I said, there's a point in time where Villarreal had 56 to 44% possession. At the end, the game ended with Liverpool with 56 to 44 possession. Now, if you look at the shots on goal, I'd be surprised. I don't have the first half stats. I love to have the first half stats, but I'd be surprised if Liverpool had a shot on goal or a shot period in the first half. If they did, I don't remember one, but they ended up with 15 shots, 5 on goal. Villarreal ended up with 5 shots, 2 on goal. There was a red card. Capu got 2 yellows, and so he got sent off. So the game basically ended 3-2. Liverpool 5-2 on aggregate, and Liverpool will go to Paris and play in the Champions League final. Now they got a big game coming up this weekend against Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham is one of the few teams that can claim that they beat Manchester City at the Etihad. So not an easy game. I don't expect it to be an easy game, but if you are Arsenal and you play Leeds this weekend and Liverpool defeats Tottenham, I suspect they will, but if Liverpool beats Tottenham and Arsenal beats Leeds, then that will put you 5 points ahead and give you a little bit of a buffer for when you play at Tottenham Stadium later on in the month. From an Arsenal standpoint, this is a great time for Liverpool to be playing Tottenham. Because Liverpool has something to play for. Tottenham has something to play for, but Liverpool has something to play for too. From an Arsenal standpoint, if you're talking about a 5-2, if you're talking about a 5-point deficit, you could legitimately lose that game and still hold on to the top 4 position. The other thing it does us all a favor. If Arsenal does beat Leeds United, it puts Manchester United out of its misery. That is a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Manchester United has been a joke all year long. I don't want to spend too much time talking about them, but yes, please, top 4, and put them out of their misery, take them out in the back and shoot them. Okay, they're dead. From a Tottenham standpoint, like I said, Conte would love if Liverpool comes out and plays like they did in the first half. Okay, that would make their job very, very easy. But I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said, Liverpool still has something to play for. They have the 4 trophies that are still doable. The one that they have the least likely to win is the Premier League title. Okay, they're already in 2 finals. They're in the FA Cup final. They're in the Champions League final. They already won the League Cup final. Liverpool, like I said, is one of the 2 best teams in the world. Okay, Jurgen Klopp has done an outstanding job with this team. He has built this team. They've made the right purchases. They have the right players, the right chemistry. I believe they will beat Chelsea. I've said this before. They will beat Chelsea, in my opinion, because right now Thomas Tuchel doesn't appear to know what his best team is. It looks like he's just throwing everything to the wall to see what sticks. He should have never beaten West Ham. He should have beaten Manchester United. Okay, everybody's beaten Manchester United unless you're a mid-table scrapper like Brentford, okay, in your first year in the Premier League. Okay, everybody's beaten Manchester United. And how you lose to Everton is beyond me. And I've said this before. Why didn't you play Lukaku? Why are you putting faith in Timo Werner? Right now, in my opinion, Liverpool is going to win the FA Cup final. And as far as the Champions League, I'll wait for Manchester City to actually make it there because they may actually be playing Real Madrid. The one thing you have to say about Real Madrid is Real Madrid does have probably the best striker in the world. Real Madrid has Karim Benzema, and Karim Benzema is scoring for fun against some of the best competition that's out there. So Karim Benzema, or as Julian Lorenz calls him, Karim the Dream, is going to be a problem tomorrow. At the Bernabeu. Should be a great game. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to see that game. But as far as this game is concerned, congratulations to Liverpool. Champions League final for the 10th time. On their way to Paris via the Premier League and also an FA Cup final at Wembley. But again, not much left to say. But I can't wait for the game tomorrow. Manchester City playing against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Fantastic match. Can't wait to see it. Please click like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.